I would say all things considered, I think I did pick up a decent amount of thermoses for the amount there are. The manuscripts aren't that big of a deal just because most of them should have been very obvious for me to pick up. Yeah, I definitely don't. I'm not going to get out of here with that car. I think I did decent with those two. I'm only missing 2 in this chapter. And only missed 2 in general. Man, we're just really, like, sliding by a bunch of areas, aren't we? That, windmill is enticing. The ladder? I can't believe there's nothing on the windmill. I'm gonna just run here because I feel like I'm not gonna be able to bring a car in there. Okay, you don't need those items, Alan. You're good to go. Okay, I can make that jump.
When I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
It's not, like, that far-fetched for a horror story to have a happy ending. If anything, I feel like Alan not coming back is because of the idea that a horror story can't have a happy ending. But, I don't know. I'm sure you could write one that would be satisfying. Mash that X button. The clicker thing is very much like a, like It. Where, you know, childhood wonder can defeat the beast. It's like, what is it? Like, I think, like, just generally things that maybe wouldn't have worked because the children believed it would. I'm safe now.
I will never give her to you.
I know the whole place is trying to kill me, but okay. Just gonna jump into another building just to see if there's items for me. There were not. I know this one doesn't have a chainsaw man anymore. Were things being dropped on me? I feel very, like, Bloodborne-esque with, like... Okay. I was gonna say Bloodborne-esque with the, I also just realized what's over here. Although... I already forget how to use this. Wasn't there someone nearer to me? Yep! There sure was. No, I don't want to be back on it. I feel like that did me more harm than good. Where am I? Oh, I'm back to like having to fall down the hole. Okay, well, I think we'll be fine. If I realized that that was an actual spotlight that I could have used to my advantage, like, more immediately, then I think we could have done that a lot quicker. I'm gonna see if I can just book it to... Yeah, I'll just keep pushing that. Well, I want the thermos that's in the other room, but I should see if I could just book it.
I will never give her to you.
Not the right room. Man, what a migraine. Yeah, that definitely looked like stuff I needed to try to avoid a smidge bit. Don't worry about me. I don't have, like, vision. Like, the vision that I think I'm supposed to have just wasn't existing. Definitely don't want you to get anywhere near me. You guys just chill. I'm glad you got stuck over here because I think you would have flanked me. Ooh. Kind of mashing that button a little too much there. Okay, I think I also could have probably aimed that. I think I could have aimed that in that direction. And not really. It would have still been an issue. So I guess I was right to just kind of blitz it there with the shotgun. You know, at that point, I think I'm kind of glad I didn't have the hunting rifle. And I did get the thermos, so... Unless if there was something in a different room that I missed. I basically ran back and forth, but that kind of just made me think of the whole cannon in the Forbidden Woods in Bloodborne. Because I can only think about, like, 2 games that things remind me of. And then we got to use the cannon, which didn't really work too well in Bloodborne, but that wasn't too bad. I just kind of got fumbled by that one guy. It didn't help that I was kind of got to the light a little too late, where everyone was basically on me already.
The dark place I found myself in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
Okay. I don't know. I thought this was like a staircase for some reason. Imagine if I missed that manuscript page. That would have been embarrassing. So I do wonder then if the last page is going to be the one that we write. Because we are just missing one. Or it's going to be like only on nightmare difficulty do you actually get it. That was a wagon full of barrels of fun. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Ooh, he threw fast. Like just one guy didn't want to just give me that breather. Where did you come from? Knock it off. I'm just trying to explore. Leave me alone. Get out of here. What's over here? Nothing, probably? Probably nothing. It was nothing. I like how Alan went through all the effort to get to this point where he could have just jumped out the window. Had to get to where he could, like, push things and all that jazz. How far are we from Cauldron Lake? Do we know what this location actually was? There might have been a sign that said something about that.
I can see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
You say that, Alan, but all I see are a bunch of birds. Oh, okay. A little difficult to deal with that. Up there looks like progress, but again, I see secret potential, and there's nothing. As per usual. Okay, I'm gonna just use flares, I think, to... Alright, well now we're gonna have a cart ride. I like how you just see the clump of birds, too. Like there's background birds to make it look like there's a lot that are coming down. But then the clump is there, and you're like, that's the aggressive one. That one, right there. That's the aggressive one. Well, that should have stayed on the cart with me, honestly, but... Oh, okay. Hey, aggressive ones. I want to kill them. That was kind of silly. That whole thing was just kind of like... Not enough birds. It's weird that there's a ladder there, because there's also just a ladder there. I would assume up is progress. Especially since this is bonus now. We definitely are being fed. Bonus? Doubt it matters, but I'm gonna go up this ladder. Wait. Bonus? I thought I was real clever when I saw that hole. Now I can't get back? Huh? I'm stuck? Bonus? Yeah, I want to go up this ladder. This ladder was weird to me compared to seeing that one. Like, that one's more apparent. I don't know. It's weird to have two ladders. Am I the only one that thinks it's weird? Oh god, more birds. Can I get out of this? If more birds show up? Man, that sure fell kind of limp-like. Ah! Oh, birds! Man, birds are weird. I think, like, the only time they are threatening or would be threatening is when other enemies are nearby. But most of the time, it's just, here's birds. Fight them. And especially with this flashlight, you can get them in, like, one shot. Huh? Oh, Lord, they came from the ground. Oh. Very scary. Goo? Oh, Lord. Oh, I don't. I saw the screen flash, but that's because of the slime that got. Ow. Where'd you come from, dude? He's mad. He's a charger. Oh, that I can't hide. Sorry. Got a little carried away, mister. I'm sorry. I should have, Oh, I definitely should have switched to shotgun. Is there gonna be, like, an actual boss fight in this? I hope not. We're gonna fight the old lady. I could have also just come in here, I think. Why is this in this building? Where's the infinite ammo container? How come I still hear birds? Who put that baseball cap there? Who put this thermos behind this shed? Damn. Yo, it would have been sick though if I was right. Like, okay, so mirror peak is right there. That doesn't really help me much, because like, it's there, but I don't know, like, how close we actually are. Bit rude. There. I'm glad they didn't chase me closer to that generator. I realized in hindsight I probably should have dropped the flare before I started using it, but it worked out. Well, if I missed something in that large field and Sucks to be me.
Shit.
Is this the stuff falling down, actually? That was, teleport man. If I hide in here, they can't get me. Okay, I think hiding does not help me. I feel like if I have the light on them, they should be able to teleport. You're just pissing me off. Also, it seems like if I do shoot them, it does still stun them, so that might be a good option. Lordy lord. Okay. Should have maybe led with this. Well, there's the bow. Oh, Lord. Damn it. It was a good idea to use flashbangs then, but... Oh, Lord, okay. What I should probably do is just, like, immediately wait until they get close to me before I pull this out. Why did I not pull it out? Phrasing. I wanted the flare out so I could, you know, protect myself with the flare. I hate how those guys just combo you real quick. I think when I pressed the button, he was still doing the animation of pulling a flare out of his pocket kind of thing. And I think that's why it didn't work. But boy, that annoyed me. Oh, and that doesn't stop you. That's cool. I might be going the wrong way. No fair. You hit me when I was supposed to be safe. Here and okay, we're good. Got a little silly. I didn't see what was falling at the point here. I think it was stuff that was coming off of the claw. I was just trying to survive. Because I felt like those deaths were not deserved. It made me mad. I got angry. Are we there yet? No, I can't go backwards. I mean, it's still checkpointed for me.
Oh, crap.
It's okay, the tree will protect me. I think. Alright. There's a man. Okay. There's a boat. Did we see the plane yet? There's the man with a massive knife. I really wanted to go into that shed. I thought maybe it would have something special in there, but almost stepped on that goo. Let's go in here because it's a checkpoint. Not a... lot of busted ass boats. I think they should make like oh lord. Ah! The darkness! There we go. Haha, suckers. I'm okay. I didn't get scared of the darkness. I'm fine. I was gonna say they should make a collectible that they put in like a bunch of nooks and crannies. It's just a middle finger that says, haha, you thought this was something important? You get nothing for collecting these, you fool. Alright. I'm gonna say I saw the goo. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the darkness wears his face. Tell me something new. Looks like a drop into the battle zone kind of deal. Yeah, they control the Taken. That's crazy. There's buildings I can go into. Kind of looks like I need to get up there at some point. Generator over there. Okay, I have to wait for the elevator now. I have a lot of flares. Did I not get him? Let's just not do what I want it to do, actually. Well, it would have been a great time for me to flashbang, but it... Oh! Look at that. Something I never knew about. You need to go away. Yeah, I wasted a lot there, but they also gave me a lot. I think I can leave. Leave me alone. She did not need to be there. I'm just here looking for bonus. What? He was in the floor. I pressed that button immediately as soon as the camera shifted. Oh. I needed to start this. Well, damn. I mean, I definitely dealt with the enemies. How embarrassing. Also, I wasted a lot of flares. Which also left me with a lot of flashbangs, though, so it was worth it. The last page. Who cares if I missed all those thermoses?
After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path. I'd written myself across the ocean that blocked my way, and with that, there was a bridge to the island beyond. The idea of the cabin flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was.
Okay, I was kind of hoping for something more crazy with the last page, but let's not worry about that. I think
Turn back now.
we have to be like done, right? Except for this boat. Ow! Actually, might have gone a little overboard with the flashbangs there.
Do as you're told.
I don't want to listen. Ah! Rocks can hurt you. Get out of my way! Oh, damn.
Alice never loved you.
Shut up, you don't know. I got hit by a rock while that cutscene happened. Oh, Lord, that kind of spooked me. I'm not afraid anymore. Things are getting a little loud. How did I break that? Imagine there being the thermos here.
You can't win.
Yeah, but I have flares and Jesus on my side. Oh. Definitely missed. Ah! That's what flares and Jesus gets you. I didn't realize I was going to have to dodge some things on that jump. But, this is where we are now. It's really annoying. That still hurts me. Because I can barely see.
You can't win.
Oh, hello. Nice of you to show up.
You will fail. It's all in your head.
You're in my head. Wait, no, that's exactly what you're trying to make me think.
You're making this up.
Oh, Lord, the birds again. So the problem is, I definitely don't want to use the flare gun because I'm going to have to jump. Oh, it's fine. The birds were barely there. I would have had to have jumped back, and I was afraid I was going to die like I did before. What a boss fight. I'm guessing that's just going to be it. Like, cutscene or just a lot of walking now. Get in there, Alan. I'm gonna put this out there. Not the best way to jump into water.
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear in the dark.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any sense. Come back to bed.
I don't like the fact that you got out of bed. Why didn't they just have her, like, still be there? Just still be in the bed.
Scaring me now. Come back to bed.
I'm just chilling.
Pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman?
Oh, where did you go, lady?
I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning.
I'm leaving. Wait. That coffee maker. There's no coffee in it. What did you do with the coffee? Clicker.
Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
Oh. What? The power of words compels you. Look at him floating in! That's really silly. He looks like Among Us.
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
Kingdom Hearts? I know that guy.
Don't mind him. He's Mr. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Use the clicker.
Don't mind him. That seems very Twin Peaks-like. Alright, this is neat. Make the bird appear. Let's go. I know, like, we don't need any of this stuff.
I followed the idea of a path.
Well, that's the... Okay, so that's just being more blatant about it. Probably should just insert. I feel like we might need the batteries more later, though. Might be better if I just don't focus, since it'll still let me create these things. What's up, phone?
I followed the idea of a path.
I like how the phone has to tell us that, even though it's not like there's that many options.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you, Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No.
It's not Barry, is it?
You can't.
You don't love me. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I know.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on! What are you doing, Alan? Stop! Put the light back on!
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
I had written myself across the ocean.
Bird? Wish I could throw it.
Tom, let me go. I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas! Put it down!
Heart is filled with darkness. Cut it out. Take you back to the desert caveman. Filled with darkness.
The darkness. What you got, phone?
Built the cabin to be real.
I'm doing it. Oh, but we gotta make that bird show up. I feel like
Get away from
in
me, you hag! Where am I? Let me go!
Alice! I'm coming!
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
rude. I feel like they should have just given us infinite batteries at this point. I doubt it really matters that we need lithium batteries for this little bonus thing that I just did. Really want to make those birds appear. That's a big rocking horse.
Now you will never get her back.
I am
Much older than you.
Oh, I mean, you seem it.
older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
Alan should have said, got a light. Would have made more sense if he had like an actual lighter and not the clicker, but it's fine. She lit up. Got a light, get it? It's fine. Guess it's not surprising that would have been a bit easy with the power of imagination on your side.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light. Alice? Alice? Oh no!
I mean, that hair's a little wacky looking, isn't it?
Alan? Alan?
So what was with the kind of like travel back in time thing? Was all of it like in the, I guess, darkness realm? Like, are all the people that we had to kill because they were like made out of shadows still fine? Welcome to Bright Falls. That is such a weird sign. It really just looks like it's a it looks like it's like credits on. The good thing is the deer float's okay. I forgot about that lady. They're having fun. Who's in the back? Being weird. Why do you have the light? Wait, who was that in the back? I barely got a look.
Not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
That's why it's called Alan Wake. Ellipses? I wish I could have figured out who that was in the back. It was so... I don't think it was, like, important. I think the drunk guy was the one that went up to the reception sheriff lady. So, I guess I would assume then what he did was... had to make himself stuck in there. What? Oh, this isn't gonna be good for me. I'm skipping it. Hopefully. I got scared. Oh no, Space Oddity. I don't know if that's gonna be a good one. So I think extras. Go back to credits. Ground control to Major Tom. I'm gonna say, I guess I'll play the credits, but I'm gonna just mute it because that's not, that scared me. I got scared. I don't think there's gonna be a post-credit, but we'll talk about things as the credits go. That just was very scary. So basically, like, I would assume what happened with the going back in time was maybe you could argue that he wrote in that the, well, these credits don't have ground control to Major Tom. I don't know if this is gonna work then. How embarrassing. My assumption would be then that he wrote it that everything basically happened within the lake realm that he says is now an ocean, which I guess would mean that it just is a wider expanse. That's very like Lovecraftian of it to be like an ocean in terms of it being just large and in charge. So like everyone else in Bright Falls is fine. The argument would be made then that none of it happened, but maybe it still affects him in some fashion since Rose had the lamp. That she was still affected by being possessed the way she was. Like, a lot of my ideas there does come down to whether or not those were characters that are dead. Like, I don't know if that was Rusty that was in the back watching Rose. I don't think Rusty looked like that. We didn't see, like, Hartman or... I don't think that was Nightingale, was it? So I just don't know. I do know I mentioned it for a brief minute. Besides American Nightmare, which was not remastered, there are 2 DLC chapters that are in this that I will definitely be playing. But I liked it. I thought it was good. My point of maybe the combat parts got a little too long in the tooth for me still stands. When I said that, it kind of got a bit better, like at chapter 3, I think they were pretty, they were quick enough, although I felt like that last chapter was a bit long in the tooth of nothing really happening. I think I would have liked that more if it at least had a bit longer of the, driving to Cauldron Lake bit. And then, I don't know, maybe having the, going into the lake nightmare realm, having a bit more combat, maybe take better advantage of that, shining a light on the words, because that seemed kind of neat but didn't really amount to anything. I'm wondering what the deal is going to be with the DLC chapters, because that seems pretty clear-cut of an ending. The and I guess American Nightmare. I also am wondering about Mr. Scratch. That seemed kind of like spoilers for Twin Peaks. Not Return to Twin Peaks. Well, kind of, I guess. But, by the end of Twin Peaks, the, main character was possessed by, like, an evil... technically, I don't think it was technically an evil version of him, but it was, like, an evil presence possessed him. And the way Mr. Scratch seemed would kind of imply something like that, but we don't really see Alan returning in any weird fashion, so maybe that's what the DLC is gonna relate to. I mean, obviously this had very big influences from Twin Peaks, which I don't think there's any problems with that. I mean, I like Deadly Premonition a lot, the first one, not anything else, but... And that very clearly took inspiration from Twin Peaks as well. But I think the story beats in this were good. I guess a lot of, like, red herrings that I feel like were just abruptly thrown to the side. Like, Nightingale was fine, although I wish there was a bit more of a, final encounter with them and not just, he got swept away by the darkness and he's gone, written out of the story. Alan's kind of a hack writer if you really think about it. Got a problem with Nightingale? The darkness grabbed him for no reason. We gotta kind of make more of a plot than just jumping straight into the Cauldron Lake. Alan decides to make a B-plot about, Dr. Landing trying to get all creative rights to Brian Wilson's songs. Also, like, hiring, I guess not even hiring, he was just an employee there, Mott, to string Alan along. Which is kind of weird with the whole, you know, shadow darkness thing actually happening. Like, Mott absolutely saw that. Did he call up Hartman and say, like, hey, there's some weird shit happening, man? Obviously, though, that all comes back to the fact that Alan wrote the story to be like that. And I've said before, I'm not sure exactly what the deal is with Zane. I feel like what the deal is with Zane is that Alan wrote him to be like that and wrote him to have that backstory of the clicker to kind of revolve around. Alternatively, then you would have had that Zane wrote in that Alan's gonna be the one that finally stops the darkness. Obviously, he wrote that was written to be the failsafe was Alan Wake and the clicker. But, you know, who really wrote the story, I guess, would be the question. And I think I would assume it's probably just Alan. This is, again, just me spitballing with the facts that I have. But, you know, it could go either way. The DLC could... Original Alan Wake, I guess that would have different credits, wouldn't it? Wild. Obviously, I didn't like the car driving too much. I liked it as a kind of breather. Like, you know how, like, in games, you have the walking section that's... I think the walking sections in games where it's, like, walk and talk are fine for the first playthrough. And I think having that kind of breather with, like, driving in the daytime was fine. Wasn't the biggest fan of it when combat was involved. If only because all it was trying your best to aim the car at a guy and then hit him a little bit to kill him. It was awkward, and I didn't like that the car blew up too soon. But I don't think that's really anything new that I'm bringing to the table by mentioning that the car wasn't great. I liked the use of kind of like the more peculiar weapons. Flashbangs were basically just grenades, which is fine. But having the flare was neat and also helped to avoid combat, which made them probably the better option out of anything. Obviously, there were scenarios where you had to use combat and everything else was fine. Like, the gunplay was fine. It was serviceable. It was fun enough to do, but I just kind of started getting bored of it at times. And I guess I could have maybe tried harder to avoid combat, but then my little brain was thinking, so I think the Signal is the DLC, or at least one of the DLCs. I think, like, chapter names, and I guess the writer is the other one. My brain was just thinking I need to deal with these enemies so I can look around for thermoses, because they're very important. Obviously, my main goal was the manuscripts, which, again, I think missing 2 isn't that bad, although I'm really embarrassed about missing that one in chapter 4. The one that was on the porch of the building that I walked right by. I didn't actually look up where the one that I missed in the other chapter was. I'm sure I blatantly missed that one too. It probably was not anywhere near where I presumed it would have been. In order of appearance. Yeah, so again, I wish I was more familiar with what everyone looked like, because I think all we saw was I'm blanking on his name. Paul? The radio host? We saw him, I think. Pretty sure that wasn't, like, Hartman. And, like, the thing is that we knew Rose was okay. Writer in the cabin. In the cabin. Is that from something else? Or was that... Were all of the coconut all of the TV station ones were those live action as well, because I did not realize that was a real person playing Alan Wake in that. I'm wondering how many of these. These songs must have like played after the radio station. I didn't even like. I panicked so much at Space Oddity. I didn't even know, was it actually Bowie or was it a cover? It was probably a cover. Also, I doubt, since this is just like extra credits, I doubt this would have. It says David Bowie. Yeah, words and music. I doubt this would show a post credit. I'm gonna have to see if because there is a way to view cutscenes again. I'm gonna have to see if that maybe can bring up credits to get the one with Space Oddity in it. The sun stop? Are these like? What is this? Wait, what? Did they actually release the books, or is it just Alan Wake's journey through the night will continue in Avengers Endgame? Did they write actual books? Because I never heard about that. That would be kind of sick if they did. Or if it just as an awkward, like, well, that's an awkward end for me. If it's, playback actually would have been. Cinematics. Alan's departure. Mr. Scratch. Why are there two? A doppelganger and Mr. Scratch? Well, I'm confused. Oh, that one. Okay. I thought, like, I don't know. I thought it was weird. Let's look at my statistics. Boy, I missed 9 thermoses isn't bad. Shut up. It's not bad at all. The signs are a little concerning, but I feel like I just didn't think to walk close enough to them to interact. But, yeah, if there's a post-credit, I'll look it up and figure that out. But as far as everything else goes, we are just going to go into the special episodes next.